The European Union and its member states between them are the largest donors of international aid around the world. It is extremely important to make sure that this aid reaches the most vulnerable, the poorest, the families and their children in conflict situations, in fragile states. So these are the priorities that World Vision and other child-focused organisations promote with the European Union. So World Vision decided that this would be a priority to get the European Union to take an ambitious position of leadership on improving child and maternal nutrition, particularly in developing and poor countries. So we have focused a lot of our activities in the last few years on lobbying the European Parliament, and we succeeded in getting the European Union to agree firstly to adopt an action plan on nutrition, where it would set out clear targets and indicators for addressing nutrition amongst newborn children and mothers. We also succeeded in getting the European Union to commit to providing €3.5 billion worth of funding between 2014 and 2020. We've also succeeded in persuading the European Union to allow organisations like World Vision and other child-focused organisations to monitor the implementation of that action plan and to make sure that we really do achieve good outcomes for children in terms of nutrition in developing countries. That the European Parliament doesn't really have a strong legal basis for acting in the area of children's rights. A group of child-focused organisations that operate in Brussels decided that now that the European Parliament elections are not too far away, we were going to come together and produce something, a document, a manifesto if you like, for the European Parliament elections that we would present to any candidate who was running for the new Parliament. And we have spelled out clear ways in which the Parliament can actually become much stronger in promoting children's rights. There's much that a new Parliament can do to promote child rights. It can do this both within its own borders, for the 1 in 4 children within the European Union that's at risk of poverty, but also for the many children that arrive into the European Union, some as unaccompanied minors, as migrants, with their parents fleeing persecution, economic injustice, torture, and many other appalling situations in their countries of origin. We also believe that the Parliament can look outside the borders of the European Union and work very hard with developing world countries to make sure that the rights of children and the interests of children are prioritised in the way that development aid is spent, but also in the way that the governments of developing countries are structuring their budgets, are identifying their national priorities and so on.